So let's move on to the second type of functions where I have input parameters passed into a function. Alright, so earlier on when we created the greet function, there was nothing in the brackets. It was an empty bracket, which means I do not pass in any input parameters. Okay, now let's create a function and understand how we can create a function with input parameters. Alright, so let me call a function add. Okay, I'm going to pass in two parameters, a and b. Alright, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to say result equals to a plus b. Alright, I'm going to print result. Okay, so what is happening here? I have created a function add, and there are two parameters that need to be passed in when I call add. Alright, and what happens is I will be able to perform the addition and print the result, alright, in the function. Okay, so let's call a function add 1 3. So you can see it performs the addition and prints out the result. Alright, now the mapping of the variables, alright, is based on the order of the parameters in the function definition. Alright, that means 1 will be mapped to a, alright, the first parameter is defined, and 3 will be mapped to b. Now what if you call a function without passing in all the required parameters? Alright, so let's say now I just call add 1. Alright, then it will say an error because there is one missing argument. Alright, I'm supposed to pass in two parameters, but I only passed in one. Alright, so how can we resolve this? So there are two ways. One is, okay, of course I make sure that every time I call the function I pass in both parameters. Okay, then it works fine. But if I do want to have this option of being able to only pass in one parameter, what I can do is I can actually assign a default value to the parameter here. Alright, so I can say, for example, b equals to 5. So what happens if I only pass in one parameter here? Let's say I pass in 4. Alright, and if I run the program, you will take it that since there is no second parameter, it will take the default value of 5. So 4 plus 5 will give me 9. Alright, but if I do pass in two parameters, okay, then it will go ahead to take both values, okay, that have been passed in and then perform the addition. Alright, so this gives you some flexibility in how, alright, we can use the parameters according to what we want at any particular time. Alright, so either we pass in all the required parameters or we pass in some of them and we have default values for the rest. Alright, so hope this gives you a good idea how we can create functions with input parameters. Alright, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.